At the family dinner, he slid the check across the table like it was an act of mercy. $10,000, my wife's father said. Leave her. You fix toilets for a living. She deserves better. His eyes didn't blink. His jaw was stone. He thought the insult was hidden inside generosity. I looked at my wife. She didn't flinch, didn't defend me, didn't even look at him. She stared at her plate like the food had more dignity than her husband. That was the moment, the silence. I pushed his check back with 2 fingers, calm, precise, then slid one of my own across the linen. 10 million, I said, for the controlling shares in your failing company. Now, get out of my house. His face cracked then, the mask slipping. And in that fracture, I saw the truth. This wasn't about money. It was about worth. About me never being enough. And my wife knew it. That night after they left, she didn't speak. She showered, changed, slid into bed beside me like nothing had happened. No apology, no defense. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, listening to the sound of water still dripping from her hair onto the pillow. Her silence said more than words ever could. She agreed with him. I replayed the dinner, the check, her stillness, her refusal to meet my eyes. And beneath it all, something darker. A familiarity between them, a pact unspoken. Not father protecting daughter, but father covering for daughter. The betrayal wasn't just in her silence, it was in the way he spoke, as though he already knew she was planning to leave me. I started noticing small things. Her late nights with friends, the phone she never left unattended, the sudden coldness that seeped into the way she touched me, dutiful, hollow, rehearsed. I told myself I was imagining it, that exhaustion was distorting my perception. But the body knows before the mind accepts, and my body already knew. I didn't confront her, not yet. Instead, I waited, observed, listened to the rhythm of her lies. I checked the phone bill, unknown numbers, always the same. I traced them, to a hotel, to a name I recognized, an executive at her father's company, a man drowning in debt, desperate enough to cling to her like a lifeline. I ordered DNA tests, quietly, methodically, hair from her brush, clothes from the laundry. While she slept beside me, I read bank statements. While she kissed me goodbye, I copied her texts. Piece by piece, I assembled the picture. It wasn't just infidelity, it was strategy. She was helping him siphon money from the company, hiding accounts offshore. She wasn't her father's helpless daughter. She was his accomplice. And I was the fool financing them both. My rage never showed. On the surface, I was the same. The quiet husband, the steady provider. Inside, I was fire contained in glass. And the glass was thinning. The envelope arrived on a Tuesday morning. DNA results, bank records, phone transcripts, proof. I sat at the table, holding the papers like scripture. My hands didn't shake. My breathing stayed even. That night, I laid the folder in front of her. Read, I said. She opened it, eyes flicking, lips parting, and I watched the color drain from her face. First denial, then panic, then the collapse of every wall she had built. "Who gave you this?" she whispered. I leaned back in my chair. "You did. Every careless move, every lie you thought I was too blind to see." Her hands trembled. She tried to speak, but the words drowned in the silence between us. And I felt nothing. Nothing but the stillness of a storm already past. The next board meeting of her father's company was brief. I walked in with the papers, bank records, offshore accounts, evidence of fraud. The executives froze. Her father's face turned gray. I dropped the folder on the table. "You've been stealing from your own company," I said, "and she's been helping you." My wife sat there, silent, trapped in her own downfall. Then I produced the final document, the one they hadn't expected, the signed agreement from the night of the dinner. His acceptance of my 10 million, my controlling stake. I owned them now, and they knew it. Her father's mouth opened, then closed. She stared at the table, unable to look at me. I stood, collected my papers, and left, calm, controlled, leaving them in ruins of their own design. The house feels quieter now. No footsteps, no lies disguised as laughter, no presence that makes the air heavy. I thought I would feel grief, rage, something, but I feel only clarity. They tried to buy me off, to use me, to break me. Instead, I bought them. I don't miss her. I don't even hate her. She is nothing now but a lesson, a scar carved into memory. And when I remember that night at the table, her father's smug check, her silence beside him, I no longer feel the sting. I feel only satisfaction. Because in the end, the man who fixed toilets dismantled them all.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.